Welcome to Duke TV Online. My name is Duke Olabode Gabadin, the anchorman for today. Thank you for joining us. Today we are experimenting something which we'll be bringing to your view from time to time, and we call it Knowing Your Communities. Knowing your communities. And what we are trying to do is to educate us about the various communities that make Lagos State. You know, sometimes it's good to know your environment. It's good to know your environment. It's part of education. And Lagos, as you know, is made up of so many communities. It's development that actually link them together. So when you hear places like Mushin, you hear places like Ketu, Ojota, Ikeja, Surulere, Temeta, all these places are communities. Even within certain major communities, we have communities. Because, for example, within Ikeja, we still have places like Oregu, we have Isheri, so it's a whole lot of communities around us. And they all have history behind them. You have, especially how their names, evolved. How their names evolved. We can, because knowledge is never too much, so we can begin to explore knowing this. And today, in no particular order, we're starting with Mushin. So, how did Mushin come about? Mushin came about some 600 years ago, and it was founded by two gentlemen who never knew their paths would cross. One left from far away Benin, the other one from Ilefe. The one from Ilefe is known as Odu Abore. He was a hunter from Ilefe. And then the other one, Aileru, was also a hunter and explorer from Benin. They were on exploration, traversing through the land, trying to discover treasures, especially as common in those days. Anyway, as God will have it, their path crossed at a place we now know as Mushin. A place we now know as Mushin. And what actually brought them together is that there was a particular tree. The place under reference was a forest, a very deep forest for that matter. But there was this particular tree known as Igi Ishi. The fruit of that tree is known as Ishi. Its English name is Aki apple fruit. Aki apple fruit. It's spelled A-C-K-E-E. A-C-K-E-E. Aki apple fruit. The fruit of that tree is known as Ishi. So a lot of birds and animals love to come and take cover under that tree. They love to. So there were a lot of activities going on, and so that attracted both of them differently. And eventually they met under the tree. So after normal exchange of pleasantries, staying together, it got to a point that they needed to identify the fruit, because that fruit was part of the attraction for the birds and the animals that used to take cover under the tree. So they also tried to explore what the fruit was all about, and they found it edible and lovable too. And so on a particular day, the one from Ile-Ife, Odu Abore, now consciously, unconsciously told his friend to pick the fruit. And he said in Yoruba, mu in Yoruba is take or fetch. Take or fetch. That is mu, that is take. Then the fruit is ishi. So mu ishi. Mu ishi. From that is how the name Mushin came about. Muishi, later reduced to Mushin for short. And then that is how that great community here in Lagos State pick its name, as we call it today. And of course, it has even been funkified by a lot of other people as Moonshine City, place where things are happening. Of course, you will all agree that Mushin is a highly sociable community in Lagos State with a very deep history of producing great people, great schools, great economic, commercial activities. And you cannot tell the history of Lagos without mentioning Mushin. Mushin today is the headquarters of Mushin Local Government of Lagos State, with an estimated population of 633,543 according to Google. I believe this number may be more, but that is what Google referred to me. And, I don't have the authority to query Google, so put it at, and that makes it number 4 in terms of population, of local governments in Lagos State. Mushin also parades one of the best schools you can think of in Lagos State. And you cannot but mention the Cowboys High School that have produced legends. Cannot but mention Bash Freeman High School and so many others. And then talking about markets, give it to Mushin. Ojuwoye of today is one of the biggest commodity markets in Lagos State. You can get, things to buy, especially foodstuff and household items at the very best of prices. The Mushin also parades the biggest spare part market in West Africa. And we're talking of Ladipo spare market in the Mushin local government here. And also Amu, that's this market known as Amu in Mushin. Amu parades the best modern building materials of your choice as we speak. Mushin also boasts of great legendary players like Fatai Atere, who has a very long street named after him for his spectacular performance in football. Also, Pasuma, Wasiu Alabi Pasuma, is a product of Mushin, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, the evergreen, legendary late Dr. Chief Ayinde Barrister was also, from Mushin. So Mushin is a great community in Lagos State. Thank you very much. Join us next week as we bring you another community in Lagos State. God bless you.